all. That was a complete shock. And I want to talk about that right now. So Jey Uso is going to challenge Gunther for the heavyweight championship of the world at WrestleMania Night 1. So a lot of backlash about this. So I remember
a lot of internet backlash.
Yes. I'm not
if you
sure.
watch Monday Night Raw,
oh, there's no backlash.
You would think they're all for it.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. So I don't remember the exact number of dislikes. It was more positive than negative compared to Charlotte's all negative, but there's a lot of like internet backlash, as you said, about Jey Uso and Gunther being the marquee match for the heavyweight championship of the world. So what are your thoughts on it? Because this is the match that we got 2 weeks prior to the Rumble, or a week prior to the Rumble at Saturday Night's Main Event. We got it for the IC title previously. What are your thoughts on the potential? Well, not the potential. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the matchup at WrestleMania for the heavyweight championship of the world?
Nothing about it offends me. Whether we saw it on Raw a year ago for the IC strap, whether we're talking about a month so in the past, seeing it at Saturday Night's Main Event, he lost, and there's a backstage promo where he says, I lost, now I got to go win the Rumble. Where any viewer is thinking, all right, that's what you're supposed to say as a babyface, but you're not going to win. So what are you going to go do now? Are you going to go find Braun Breaker and challenge for the IC title again? Are you going to go tag with your brother? What are you going to go do? You're hyping up that you're going to go win the Rumble. And he did it. He did it. Me as a fan of the guy, I'm like, well, he's not going to go win the Rumble. I'm excited, and it made the most sense. He had to challenge Gunther because if he didn't, he would look weak because he would be challenging his boy rather than challenging the guy he can't beat yet. My only concern is right now we're still looking at, I don't know, another 5-6 weeks until Mania, if not more. And it's like, all right, cool. They did a great job this week. They did a great job the week prior, but they got to keep me interested and invested all these weeks going. But I'm for it. I'm looking. I'm calling my preview early. Jey Uso is going to be the world heavyweight champion at the end of WrestleMania weekend. He's going to be Gunther. It makes the most sense. It's a beautiful feel good moment. He hasn't beat him in the past. It was one of those things also. I was thinking about it the day of Saturday Night's Main Event. They kept touting he's challenged 6 different times for a world title and never won. So I was like, could he win this right now? Like, it could be like a hot potato moment. That didn't happen. He's going on to Mania. He's winning the title. Yeet.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree Jey Uso is going to win the championship. And he's come close to beating Gunther every time because it's not just about the title when it comes to Jey Uso. It's about beating Gunther. And I think the IC title match that they had last year was it last year going to WrestleMania?
Yes, because that's how they build up him versus Jimmy because Jimmy came in and
interfered. Okay, yeah. So that match I think it was the best match that they've had, and they have a good way. They have plenty of time to kind of like add into the story because even though Gunther's been world champion, I think you can make an argument he's been pretty kind of mid as world champion. He might have been a better IC champion, but I think they have plenty of time to actually build that story. And like you said, the internet says one thing, but the crowd says everything, and that reaction that he got post Royal Rumble when he got choked up, the fans were all behind him, was well deserved.
The reaction he's still getting every week when he comes out is real.
Yeah,
I mean, Mania weekend, I took Valentina to SmackDown and Raw, and her reaction when he came out both times, she don't even watch the product. She gets into it Mania season, and she was yeeting, and she's, and I'm like, all right, cool. It's 365 days later. And that whole movement has only gotten louder, better, and it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, and it's going to be, I don't want to say a similar Cody moment, but as far as like the feels, I think Jey Uso is going to get you all the feels when he does beat Gunther. Because like I said, like this has been a long journey. We've been on this journey for 5 years with Jey Uso ever since he challenged Roman.
There's similarities and there's very different things about it, but like, I mean, I would have thought 6 months ago or whenever, I'm like, okay, cool. He's gonna win the IC title. And then probably he'll win it a bunch of times where like, I just thought like maybe he'd be like a pinnacle person to raise the value of the IC title, and he would just be there and like, okay, cool, he's a 3-time IC champion. I did not think we would be here previewing Mania or getting ready for WrestleMania season. I didn't think he would ever win the Royal Rumble, but again, to package it all up, a twin brother of a tag team, not Sean or Jeff or somebody who made it out of a tag team or a brother, a twin. It was just something that just you never would think of. And then also when you just think of your full duration of watching this guy, watch him grow 14 plus years in the business, and he's now about to challenge for the world title. It's something, like you just said, during the whole COVID era, everything we watched him go through in the past 4 or 5 years, it was almost comical when he went to go challenge Roman that first time for the Universal title, whether it was Extreme Rules or whatever pay-per-view it was. It was just like, all right, he won a fatal 4-way on SmackDown. That's cool. That's a cool filler. What's he doing in there? And then they had the Hell in a Cell match. Okay, cool. Like, all right, they're doing something with the family. But even to go think then, let alone what you would have thought in 2016 when the Usos first changed their character and got away from the face paint, you would have never thought, okay, Jey, because at that time, a lot of people were saying which one's which.
Mm-hmm.
But then, so from 16 to 20, 16 it was impossible to think. And in 2020, still far-fetched. Right now, I mean, it's exciting, and just the genuine all in WWE. Like we said, there's similarities to Cody, but Cody left to go make him cool. Jey been here the whole time. I mean, we got to watch it all underneath us